dribble to left. Sweeney hit well, and oh, Charlie Capsetta, what a play! Here's a line drive out to center field. It's a grand slam! Going back is Shaw. He is going to get there. What a catch! And he's going to hop over the fence while doing it. What a coming home is Morales to throw on a double hop. Oh, is it in time? It is in time! Here's a rocket. Deep left field. Does this have a chance to go? It is gone! Go ahead, homer. Tyler Wilkins on the first pitch. Play called for a back on the 14th, and there's number 100. Steven Devaney with a line drive to left. He's 2 for 2. And with triple digits for number 1 as difference. And here's a ground ball shooting through the left side. And Kingsway has won the Ralph Shaw opener. Here we go. Fly ball deep left center field. And it is gone. Grand slam. Scott Lynch, grand slam. Is the man of the hour. There's a ground ball that's going to go into center field. It's going to be picked up, and it's going to be booted. Here comes the runner to the plate, and Pittman has won it in extras. Walk-off single, Jude Engstrom. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons in the Ralph Shaw Classic. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good afternoon and welcome to the Bears Den as we've got Senior Day for the Delran Bears right here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. This is our second of 2 games with the program for the 2023 fall season. Again, big thanks to Tommy Orr and Anthony Godotti for having us out here at the Den, even though it's a bit sweltering hot right now and I made the very smart decision to wear all black. Let's ignore all that and let's talk about the game at hand. Cinnaminson and Delran already played once this season in a BCSL or Burlington County Scholastic League interdivision matchup as they are both members of the Liberty Division in the Burlington County League. Now Delran won that game 3-1 and Delran has won the past 5 matchups versus the Cinnaminson Pirates. But what's important is that Cinnaminson is just as equally talented as a team as Delran. They're 5-3-1 on the season. Delran is 5-4. So statistically, if you just look at the records of who they've played and what their record is on the campaign, they're pretty much neck and neck. The only difference is that Delran has 1 extra loss and Cinnaminson has replaced their loss with a tie. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's ball game. Starting with the Cinnaminson Pirates, it's coached by Matt Digney. We've got Luke Rittler and Gavin Rittler, Michael Pappas, Tim Morrell, John Cielaskik, Noah Huber, Brett Casey, Christian Feely, Connor Hughes, Shea McDevitt, Owen Digney, and that's what we got in their starting 11. Again, coached by Matt Digney, assistant coaches Kevin Merrill and Eric Teasdale, the head coach of the Cinnaminson baseball team. For the Delran Bears, again at the helm, Tommy Orr in his 4th season as the Delran coach. You've got Jack Campo in the back, Vinny John Greco, the junior, Nick Grello, followed by Gokdeniz Malhausaganu, Gabe Mora, Sion McLaughlin, Mateus Pinto, Stephen Rukowicz, Drew Roscoe, the 2-time NJ.com Player of the Year, and also the Bucknell commit. Along with that, we have the other senior as well, another one, William Vega and Zach Trombley, the only underclassman on this varsity roster. He is going to be in the goal tonight. As Delran and Cinnaminson get ready on the far side of the field, they're going to go over ground rules with the referees. We're going to take a quick break here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We've got 80 minutes of Burlington County soccer coming up right after this. back here in Delran at the Bears Den. Going to be a quick start here, just around 3:45 p.m. Cinnaminson leading at the left side of the court here with the white jerseys and red numbers and red accents. Delran on the right side with the brown jerseys and the yellow accents as well. I think brown and yellow is an underrated combo when it comes to New Jersey high school colors. You see too many of the reds and the blues and, you know, maybe a little bit of green, black and white here and there. Delran spices it up with some non-traditional colors, and that's exactly what I like about this program and about this matchup here at hand. It's two Burlington County Liberty Division rivals getting ready to square off here at the Den. It's senior day for the Bears. They're going to celebrate Jefferson Braga. You've got Vinny Carollo, Rafael Fernandez, Nick Grello, Brandon Guerra, Gabe Mora, Stephen Rukowicz, Drew Raskos, and William Vega. So only about half of the seniors that are actually on the Delran varsity roster are starting in this ball game. They were supposed to have the senior day versus Rancocas Valley last Saturday, but they decided to omit that in favor of this one versus Cinnaminson. So, you know, we were talking with some of the parents here before the ball game, and some of them were saying, you know, that they like the idea of playing Rancocas Valley for their senior day, considering that they could have started all the seniors in what ended up being a 6-1 ball game in Delran's favor. Delran taking a knee on the right side of the field, again in the black, or rather in the brown jerseys with yellow numbers and accents. Cinnaminson on the left side with white jerseys and red accents. Goalkeeper in blue, that being Luke Rittler of the Pirates. It's going to be a good one in the first of 4 soccer games we have this week here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We've got Cinnaminson and Delran coming up right now. We've got Life Center and the Hun School of Princeton at 4 o'clock tomorrow. And then after that on Wednesday, we have Palmyra and Burlington Township. Again, 4 o'clock start time for more Burlington County soccer on Wednesday. And then we close out the soccer features of the week with Deptford and Cumberland from 4 p.m. at Cumberland Regional High School. Lining up to get this one underway here in Delran. 40 minutes in the first half, 40 minutes in the second half. Let's get this party started. Delran Bears get this one kicked off, and we are underway.
Hey kids, hey kids.
Taken in by number 8, who is not on our roster for Cinnaminson. We have a number 7 and a number 9, but kind of got crossed up there. There's going to be a throw in by Tim Morell. Go past Morell. That's going to be Delran's ball. Delran with the throw in by Siam McLaughlin. Number 22. Drew Raskos with it. Setting it up for Rukowicz. That one goes back over to head towards midfield for number 22, Owen Digney.
Don't give up, don't give up.
Back to McLaughlin. And rolling around the back to number 13, that being Jack Campo, the defenseman for the Bears. Nice kick over the head there by number 14, that being Doc Mahalasadenu, and that's going to be out of play on the Cinnaminson sideline. And goes towards the back. I was going to say they're going to send it out to Zach Trombley. Delran's goalkeeper, and again, the only, or I should clarify myself, there is one other sophomore, but the only underclassman starter on Delran's team. Everybody else is juniors and seniors. Here comes a nice drive down the left side by McLaughlin. Going back out to number 7, the midfielder Nick Grello. Grello sends it. Raskos in heavy traffic.
Come on guys, come on guys.
Towards number 8. Delran passing it around just shy of midfield in their own territory.
Come on, Pat, come on, Pat. Come on, Noah.
Running around the far sideline, John Silasic. Still hugging the corner, number 8. Again, not on number 8 is not on our roster for Cinnaminson, but there's number 10, Noah Huber. And that one's going to be sent away by Feely. Roscoe's has it, working quickly here, gets in double trouble with Mike Pappas.
You gotta match his spigots.
Roscoe's taking his time, going to pass it back out to McLaughlin. Back to Matthias Pinto. Pappas passing it back out, getting a shove from the back. Cinnaminson wanted to foul.
Yes, Connor. Come on, Pap.
Bounced off the chest, going back to Gabe Mora. Here comes a shot for McLaughlin off the head, can't get it.
My God.
Goes back to Gavin Rittler, gets spun around with Mora in tow.
Got control.
Header led by Cinnaminson and Delran right there, and getting tripped up is Rittler. That ball is going to roll out. He stayed in play. Here comes a shot by Rittler.
Come on, Noah. Come on, Noah.
Pressure. I'll find space.
Come on, Shay.
Running down the far sideline. It's going to be first opportunity for Luke Rittler in the goal wearing blue and white for the Pirates.
Come on, Noah. You can't lose the ball there.
And that will roll out towards the netting on the far sideline in the corner.
Let's
Fans
go,
still
White.
filing in, about 5 minutes into the
Can't lose
first
the ball in
half.
the midfield, boys. Let's go.
And this will be a corner for Delran. Gonna be sent away by Mora. Gets it up, gets it away. It is headed and taken in by Luke Rittler with a little bit of help from Gakma Halasanoglu. Headed by McLaughlin, back out to Pappas. Taking his time at midfield being Jack Campo. Mora's got it again, rolls it out to the right. Gets a lot of tailspin on that kick. McLaughlin getting a lot of time with the foot. Getting a lot of time, getting a lot of possession here in this first, 5 or 6 minute, time block. Roscoe's has it. Remember, he scored a hat trick in our last broadcast of Delran Soccer versus West Windsor South back on September 13th. And we'll be seeing West Windsor South again on October 12th as they face Steiner in Central Jersey Soccer in the Central Valley Conference, the CVC. Possession goes back to Cinnaminson. Mike Pappas stays none the wiser. Here comes a drive. Not going to get that one. And that's going to go out. On the short sideline here, this is going to be a throw by Sia McLaughlin. Sent high in the air, right over our crew. Roscoe sets it up. Cinnaminson goes for a slide.
Get rid of it, Chet. Oh, it's up here.
Towards the visitors' bench. This one's broken away by the Pirates. It's going to go back to the defenseman Connor Hughes, and it's actually going to roll all the way back to Luke Rittler in the goal. Rittler gets a good boot on it. This one's going to sail over midfield.
Good up, G.
Gavin Rittler takes a hard hit. Now it goes back to Hughes, and it's going to take a perfect bounce right to Luke Rittler in the goal for the Pirates. He sets this one up and sends it away. Going to land right at midfield and right into the leg of Steven Rukowicz. Roscoe's in double traffic, shooting from the left to the left of the goal and out of play. Closest chance that Delran has gotten in this first 8-minute block. Delran's had a couple good shots, but that was the first one that looked like that could have gone in, but that momentum of the ball staying on the ground really got thwarted by the grass. You know, a lot of times we see on turf fields, that momentum just keeps going and going and going, but you don't really see that on grass where, you know, it happens in any other sport as well. You know, you see it in football. We've had several games on grass and we've had several games on turf where if it's on grass, that momentum is just not going to be the same as Connor Hughes once again sends it back to Luke Rittler. That one's going to be a bit of a shorter kick with a higher arc. Goes back to number 22, Owen Digney. Gavin Rittler that is, has it back to Digney. Hug in the corner going in for a slide, and that one's going to go out. Slide made by Matthias Pinto, number 11 on the Delran squad. It's a bit of a hot one this afternoon in Delran. At least the sun is making it feel that way. No, all black clothes aren't helping, but it is 82 degrees here in Burlington County in Delran. It's been really nice the last couple of days, and it's going to get only hotter this week on into Tuesday and Wednesday. That one is up and going to try to keep that one in play with Mora. Gavin Rittler leaving some space for Drew Roscoe's. Passes it along the sideline and over the brown and gold D logo at the center of the pitch for Delran, which isn't as visible due to the grass being a little bit curved on our screen, but I mean, you could see it. It's just not all that visible. It's, you know, pretty warped from us being at a obscure angle to it. It's going to be a good setup, intercepted by Cinnaminson, going back and forth. Tim Morrell got that possession back, but now it's going back and forth. Gavin Rittler's got it. That goes up in the air, lands at midfield. Oh, and that's not going to be a call. That looked rather borderline to me, but that probably should have been a foul. Hug in the corner, running fast, and that's going to go out with the drive by Jack Campo. This broadcast is brought to you by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today by calling 856-778-3900. Just ask for Carmine. Financing options are available. Connor Hughes just past midfield into the defenseman spot, along with Tim Morrell and number 12, Brett Casey. Mike Pappas is going to send this one to McLaughlin. This has been good defense so far. I mean, Delran's had a couple of breaks, and they've mostly controlled the possession, but Cinnaminson has been giving them a hard time. And that one is going to stay in play. I think there's like a lake or something over there to the far side of the field. I would have really felt bad if that ball went over the trees and into the wildlife below. Gavin Rittler back to Mike Pappas and heavy Delran traffic. They're outnumbered like 6-3 right now in that part of the field. Rittler running the corner. McLaughlin tries to intercept it, goes back through the legs with Nick Morello Rello's going to set up a drive. Roscoe's lets it bounce and lets it take a backspin out of play. It's going to be a throw-in by McLaughlin. Roscoe's working hard, gets through the middle gap as Hughes sends it right short of midfield, takes a chunk of grass out on the way. Headed by number 8. That one's going to go out towards Tim Morrell. It's going to be a throw by Sion McLaughlin. Short throw, lets it bounce. They take his time, back to McLaughlin. Sends it straight away, and it's right to Rittler, who sends it in. Still just getting settled in the first half. That scared me. I think there's a field hockey game going on over at the other athletic fields here in Delran. I mean, they've got a lot of space to work with here in Delran. I mean, you know, there's really no multi-purpose stuff. Football for football, field hockey for field hockey. Although I will say that, you know, you look at the back of your screen right now, probably in the upper third, you do see the baseball backstop. I would like to cover Delran baseball at some point because that is my forte, but this might be a forte in the goal. It is gone! How about that for a junior to start the senior day? Got Dennis Mahala Sangolu gets the scoring done for the Bears, and it's 1-0, 15 minutes into the ball game. That's how you start a ball game off right. I mean, you know, they had been working their tails off for probably a good, I want to say 15 minutes again, but that is quite the spectacle right there. Our clock is about 10 seconds off. The clock reading on the ball game right now is about 25:30, and right now it just hit 25:30. Delran's going to have another drive, going for a tumble. Is again going to be number 8, who I do not have on my roster. Do the best I can to get an update for you in a moment. Papa's working against double trouble, double traffic. McLaughlin back to Grello. To number 8, William Vega. Haven't seen much from him today, but he's getting back into the spotlight. And going down is going to be number 22, Owen Digney. That's going to be a throw-in for the Pirates. Thrown in by number 7, John Silowski. Delran back on offense by McLaughlin. Back to Gokdenis, who had his goal touch there. Sorry folks, I had to pick up my phone that dropped. Back to Pappas. Morrell with Luis Lopez, one of the new substitutes for Cinnaminson. Look at Roscoe's controlling the possession. Sending the defender in a daze as the student section cheers on his name. There's another one. It's going to just be short. Takes a bounce off of Rittler and sent away by number 14, Christian Feely. Roscoe's has it again. Going to try to set it up for the Bears. They had a good opportunity there, but it's going to go back to the drawing board, at least for now.
Keep it coming.
With Campo to McLaughlin. Grello. Back to Cinnaminson's possession with Huber. We'll see what they can get here with Owen Digney. Lopez. Back to Papas. Back to Digney. That one's going to sail, and it's going to sail a long, long way onto the first base side of the baseball field. So he's going to be sent away by Delran. Pappas has it back to Luis Lopez. By the way, for the forward, Gakdenis Mahalasinagolu, it is his 4th goal of the year, making up for 9 points. He scored once versus West Windsor on the 13th when we played, or when we broadcasted that game. Scored once versus the Hun Pirates on the 15th. Had an assist versus Lenape and had a goal in a 3-0 win over Burlington Township back on September 27th. So that is his 4th of his junior year. And that's going to be a line drive straight to Luke Rittler. About halfway home here in the first half, it's 1-0 Delran. Here goes Rittler again, back out, way past midfield. He's been really showing a great prowess on that leg there. Lopez has it. Crossing up Rukowicz. But they're really just trying to prevent the ball from going back the other way and making sure nobody else's foot gets on it. Gabe Mora, McLaughlin taking his time, he has room, passes it back to Grello. Passing it laterally back out to Campo. Campo sends it away, it's going to be intercepted right by Brett Casey of Cinnaminson. Rafael Fernandez, the senior for Delran, getting it home. Here comes a liner. That one sails over everybody on the brown and gold. Fernandez chasing it along with Luke Rittler, but that one goes out. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement Surplus, the place to be for wholesale cabinets and countertops to make the dream kitchen possible for any budget at heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. Visit today on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue next to the 42 on-ramp in Belmar. Here comes the boot from Rittler. Headed by Delran, goes back to Noah Huber. Goes back out to Luis Lopez coming in. It's going to be number 4 versus number 4, and Lopez goes down. And look out now, that's going to be trouble. Clock's going to stop with 18:26 for a yellow card on Delran. That's going to be on number 4, Gabe Mora. Just seemed like it was a bad situation that just kind of went sour. So a yellow card for Delran. Coming back in will be Drew Roscoe. I guess he had a little bit of time on the bench, and now he's got to be rushed back into action after his teammate gets a yellow card. That just seemed a little bit of overkill there, as actually a couple guys are being subbed out. Actually, hold on here. What is going on here? The referee is talking to Matt Digney. It seemed like the ref was making a lot of hand motions and did not seem to be pleased with Digney. I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it just seems like they're having a fundamental disagreement, let's say that. So again, a couple of changes made for Delran. We've reset the clock to 18:26. Clock will start on the kick. Keeps it on the ground for Campo. This one's going to be sent away. Has a chance. It's going to roll past Luke Rittler and out of play. Don't forget, folks, this is our first of 4 soccer games this week all around South Jersey. We'll be in West Hampton tomorrow for coverage of the Hun Pirates and the Life Center Warriors, 2 independents battling it out at 4 o'clock from the West Hampton Sports Complex. Wednesday will be Palmyra and Burlington Township in more Burlington County soccer action. And then Thursday will be Deptford and Cumberland. Thursday night soccer, or Thursday afternoon soccer that would be. And then we'll be up north for Friday Night Lights, Week 7. It's the St. Joe's Metuchen Eagles versus the Edison Eagles. Excuse me, St. Joe's Metuchen Falcons versus the Edison Eagles. 7 o'clock start time from Edison. Back into play. Delran's ball. McLaughlin has it. Oh, and going for a tumble. That's going to be a foul. Foul on Cinnaminson. After Rukowicz went for a tumble. Nick Grello with the free kick. This one's sent away, straight angle, straight ahead. It's headed and out of play. This broadcast is brought to you by Vincent's Lawn Care. Call today for expert lawn service for just discounted rates in Audubon, Haddon Heights, and Haddon Township. Call 609-413-0403 for details. Run by Vincent Folks, proud producer of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. He does an excellent job. Couldn't make it today. I'm actually flying solo here in Delran. I do not have a producer on me, but 2 jobs is better than 1, right? Heavy traffic for Noah Huber. And goes to Christian Feely. Oh, and that one hit him right in the abdomen. Cinnaminson players are flying everywhere. More than a fish out of water. That one's going to be a fish out of the goalpost. Sent away from deep in the backfield. And Delran had a shot to make quite a long distance goal. If that goal was any more long distance, he would have been charged by the minute. That one's going to go on the far sideline. Staying in play. Getting a quick guard here, about 15 minutes left in the half. And that one's out of play Down the chain link fence. Down what would be the first base line of the baseball field. I'll have to talk to Guidotti and Jim Goodwin, considering that Delran does have a pretty good baseball team and has several state champs. Back at 83 and 95. Here comes number 5 with a breakaway. It is right two on a hop, Whitler.
Good job, Brett. Good job, Brett. Good recovery.
Great opportunity and breakaway offense by Delran. Just could not hang on to it. Roscoe's at midfield. He has it. Here comes another opportunity from Jack Campo. Or no, excuse me, from Vinny Carollo. A couple of substitutes in, though, for Delran. They've got most of their starters in, but a few substitutes, as we said, Carollo in as well. Roscoe's was getting a couple minutes on the bench, but was forced back in after he gave Mora a yellow card. Here comes a chance. Oh, and going for a tumble, that's going to be Papa's. Going for another one. No foul on either one. Delran's getting loud. Let's see what they can drive here with Rafael Fernandez. That one was a... Oh, there's another one on the far side. A couple of changes for Cinnaminson. Luis Lopez being subbed out. Owen Digney, he was coming in, but now he has turned the other way. Instead, it is going to be, looks like number 7, John Silasic. Yeah, it looks like Lopez is going to stay in the game, so I guess an oopsie on that one. Here's a boot from Brett Casey. Goes back to Cizalek. Or Cizasek, rather. Cizasek. Down the far sideline. Getting real physical with it. Getting good defense there by Huber. Huber goes on his back. No foul. Whistles have been rather light tonight, even with that yellow card on Mora. I mean, I am not a soccer expert by any means, so I'm not going to give polarizing opinions on who I think should or shouldn't be fouled. Last time I played soccer was 2012. 11 years ago when I was a young child, as Roscoe's is going to go down, and that one's going to be called a foul. But I mean, I've been transparent with, my experience covering broadcasting all over South Jersey. I only started commentating soccer 2 years ago, and it was mostly because the Audubon Green Wave soccer team, when I was a sophomore, they wanted me to come out and cover some games, including their senior day. So I thought I'd give it a shot, and I actually really enjoyed my first commentating gig covering soccer, which, by the way, Thursday will be our 2-year anniversary of covering DWB Sports, October 5th, 2021. That one is a good header, but there was just too many chefs in the kitchen, and it spoiled the goal. It's going to be out of play. Rittler will send this one away. But yeah, I mean, coming in on 2 years on DWB's anniversary is Fernandez is getting subbed out. Coming in is number 14. Again, the goal scorer from the first 15 minutes of the ball game, Gagdenes, headed by Morel. Here's Gak again. Gets it back rolling the other way. Delran still keeps possession. That one's off to the right. Oh, look who's coming in. Luke Rittler. That one's out of play. Great play by Luke Rittler there to thwart the threat, as Matthias Pinto had a good advantage running on it, but just couldn't get anything through. actually getting a little bit cooler now that the clouds are out, a little bit more overcast. Roscos spinning around. Getting it back out to Carollo to the right of the post. That'll be out. This will be a throw-in by McLaughlin. He's been their go-to man for the throw-ins this afternoon, about 4:20 in the afternoon, October 2nd, 2023. Still have some viewers filing in on this broadcast, so hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday, and this has been a wonderful game so far, defensively and offensively. Delran got the scoring started early with a goal in the 15th minute by Gagdenis Mahalasagonolu, and that is going to be what we have so far. It's 1-0 Delran now with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half. It's been a great game for Delran on their senior day, and not just that, considering that Delran has won the past 5 matchups in a row versus Cinnaminson. But Cinnaminson is one of their harder teams to fight. Here comes another one from Goff. What can he do? Can he make it 2 on the day? That one's going to be sent out, going back out to number 8. McLaughlin from deep, headed by, no, just missed Roscos, and that's going to be a foul. The intensity's been turned up to 11 here in the late stages of the first half. You're watching coverage of Burlington County's Scholastic League Liberty Division Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. I'm Dan Wilkins. Don't have a producer on me today, but it's okay because flying solo is A-okay here in the broadcasting industry. That one's going to be sent away by William Vega, running in Morel. Karai Yalson wants a piece of that one, as that's going to be
Close them down.
sent back out to Brett Casey. Sent up away and hugging the far sideline, trying to keep that one in play. Still in Cinnaminson's possession for Luis Lopez. Brett Casey going out. Here comes a chance. That one's blocked by McLaughlin in front of the goal. Vega's got a run. Got Dennis again. He scored once about 20 minutes ago. What can he do again? He's one-on-one. The only man in front of him is going to block the goal. Roscos couldn't get there in time.
Hey, Connor.
Gets a lot of backspin on that goal. Or rather on the kick. Look at this crossover by Nick Grello. Here comes another drive, 2-on-1, breaking through and getting tripped up, still on his own volition, and that's going to be a whistle that blows the play dead. Substitute coming in for Delran with number 15, that being Matt Rocha on that drive, and yeah, so Mora was going to come back in the game after the yellow card, but the foul now. And you can see Cinnaminson's Michael Pappas making his case with the referee on the far sideline. Now Gabe Mora should be coming in. I don't think he's gotten a message yet. They're still going to hold off on that. 1-0 Delran. Oh, sorry. Clock is stopped with 6:39. I'll have to fix that. Here we go. Here goes Roscos.
Yeah!
Off the crossbar and into the trees. With a roar from the visiting crowd as the two-time NJ.com Player of the Year and the Bucknell University commit forces a miss
Not a PK.
off the crossbar. even with some frustration from the Cinnaminson crowd on how that was handled, because you could even see Mike Pappas was frustrated with how that was called. And again, I haven't spent enough time covering soccer for me to make a concrete opinion about it. It's like, I've played baseball enough, I've commentated baseball enough to where if an umpire makes a bad call, I'm going to say something about it. But unless it's a fundamental rule that everybody and their mother knows, whether you watch soccer or not, unless that's been breached, I don't really give a good 2 cents on that. But we will get a timeout here for an injury. That is Gabe Mora. He went down on that rally by Cinnaminson. Getting a little bit of help from Tommy Orr, athletic trainers David Kaplan and Matty Maloche. House here in Delran. Student section barely has any empty seats. There's the parent section behind us. They are all here to support their kids here in the bleachers at the Den. It's a wonderful day for a wonderful soccer game. You can see a lot of folks behind us. There's the visitors grandstand right there. We've got a wonderful crowd on hand here in Delran for our second game with the Bears program. Again, big thanks to Anthony Godotti and Tommy Orr for having us out here in Delran. This one will be sent away. Took him a little while to get going, but he'll get it off. Takes a hot shot off of 31. It should be Vinny Jean-Greco. Here goes Gok again. Does he have another chance? It's blocked by Cinnaminson. All right, 5 minutes left in the half. We finally updated that on our scoreboard. The clock on the bottom of your screen is not official, but because Delran does have a scoreboard in the center of the pitch, we will try to keep as up to date with that as possible. Look at the boot from Grello. Barely even had the flex, and he had it. Morrell sends it towards the sideline. That one's headed by McLaughlin. Stays in. Roscoe's getting roughed up there.
Get the ball back, Delran.
And there's Digney. Grello goes for a spin. Cinnaminson back in possession with a little bit of frustration from the home crowd. Sun poking back through here around 4:30 p.m. Here comes a chance. That one is going to go into the trees. That ball went into the trees back where I think Alice in Wonderland lives out there, but it's quite an interesting, I mean, you know, in all seriousness though, you know, I parked here at Delran, 50 Hartford Road, you know, we get a good spot, and it's the nature aspect of it. When you're walking from the parking lot to the Den, really what you're able to see is remarkable. This will be a corner by Delran. This is sent away. Maybe. Still going to run to the left of the goal. Back to Jean-Greco, and McLaughlin straight away. Still stays in possession. Didn't quite get the distance on it. Back to Mike Pappas. Still going to Nick Grello, and it will go to Zach Trombley, rather. About 2:40 left in the half. Cinnaminson still with possession. Sent away by Brett Casey.
Get the ball back, Delran. No foul.
Up in the air and away. It's going to hug the line and is out of play with two number 5s, Morel and Fernandez, battling that one. You're watching coverage of Burlington County Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcast. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com or send me a text at 856-912-1302. We'd love to hear your comment, and we'd love to hear where you'd like to see us broadcast next. But Delran, the back-to-back state champs, kind of being held to their own. You know, the last time that we covered a game with West Windsor, which was a 5-2 game, which wasn't a bad game, don't get me wrong. West Windsor, you know, put their heart and soul into it. And we will be covering West Windsor again on October the 12th versus Steiner. He goes down. Here comes a chance here. Delran sending it back. Look at the break by number 8. Number 16, Connor Hughes, still staying in the limelight on defense. Sliding in, Tim Morel. Here comes a chance, running laterally to the goal. Delran still with possession here, about 30 seconds left in the half. Roscoe gets a shot off the crossbar again. That's the second time. First one on the PK, second time in a load of white and red on the Cinnaminson side. Pappas gets crossed up there. Delran with about 10 seconds left before the break. Roscoe gets a header, goes to Luke Rittler, and that's going to send us into the break with a 1-0 Delran lead as they got the goal in the first 15 minutes but couldn't get anything more after that. Cinnaminson defense held them down. We'll be back in about 10 minutes on Delran Senior Day. 40 more minutes to play here in Burlington County. I'm Dan Wilkins. We'll be right back. Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in one day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we were around. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
are back live on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting for coverage of Cinnaminson versus Delran soccer here on DWB in the Burlington County Scholastic League. It's 1-0, and the first 15 minutes were led by a Delran goal by Doc Dennis Mahala Sangolu. And now Cinnaminson will be back on the defensive here in the second half, as they've got 40 minutes to level the score or turn it around completely. But again, big thanks to Tommy Orr and Anthony Godoti for having us out here on DWB and out here at the Bears Den. Stay tuned after the game, as the Delran Bears will celebrate their 2023 Senior Day. And my goodness, do they have a lot of seniors. But stay tuned for that ceremony and the post-game interview, depending on who wins the ball game. I gotta say, this is one of the closest scores that I've ever seen for a Senior Day. But like I said, I was talking to Tommy Orr before the ball game, and what he was telling me was that this Senior Day was supposed to be versus Rancocas Valley last Saturday, which was a game that we wouldn't have been able to attend because of our football obligations. But it ended up working out in the favor of Delran, as they won 6-1 over Rancocas Valley. But this is a lot more hard-fought of a game. Not to say the games aren't hard-fought in general, but the score is a lot closer than that 6-1 game versus the Red Devils last Saturday. At the center of the pitch, number 22, Owen Digney of Cinnaminson. Delran on the left side of your screen with the brown and gold. Cinnaminson on the right side with the white and red. We're back underway here in the second half. Rolling back out. This one's going to be a good possession for Delran. Here comes the drive. Gok again. That one's going to go to the right of Luke Rittler. Delran, 10-time state champion in 83, 86, 88, and then in the 21st century, back-to-back in 2004, back-to-back in 03 and 04, back-to-back in 2008 and 2009. They did it again in 2013, and then back-to-back in 2021 and 2022. That one is high in the air, hugging the sideline. Back out for number 11, that being Matthias Pinto. Sent up by number 22, Owen Digney, and that one is going to be out of play. Actually, rather, this is going to be a free kick on Cinnaminson from just past midfield. The Pirates will line up from behind there, and here comes a shot. Looking good, going to be a little short. Kicked off to the side by Brett Pacey. Christian Feely sends one away, gets past Cinnaminson, rolls back to John Selasek. Oh, here we go. Look out, fans, down the sideline, and a nice catch, or almost a catch, by a Delran fan down there. This is going to be thrown in by Damian Bird, number 24, the new sub into the ball game. Selasek sends that one into the netting. You know, it's funny. I mean, they make that netting maybe 15, 20 feet tall, and yet we've seen 3 balls today sail right over it and go into the trees back there. I mean, I have no idea what's back there. I assume a lake or a river or a creek, something like that, something that is naturally sacred, but it keeps getting disturbed by soccer balls every day. That one sailed over everybody. Look at this drive by Roscoe's. He's got a chance. Crosses up the Pirates, and that's going to be a deflection that keeps the ball on the ground, keeps the velocity low, and right to Luke Rittler. Keeping it in with Christian Feely on the far sideline. Oh, look at the cross-up. Back to Nick Grello. Roscoe breaks free. Roscoe with another opportunity. He's got it! Goal, Drew Roscoe! He scored 3 in our last broadcast, and he strikes again on the one-on-one. He brings it home and pads the lead to 2. what Delran does best. They break away and just find themselves an opportunity wherever they can get it. Clock's going to stop 36:55. Got a play. This is going to be a corner for Cinnaminson. Sent by number 7, John Silasic. In the corner. It's a chance off of Trombley. Silasic again back where he started. Still keeping possession. Going down. It's going to be Delran's number 4. That being Mora. Who's really had a roller coaster of a game with an injury and a yellow card. Gosh going again. Delran's turned up the jets and the engine shut off right there. This will solicit a throw from Vinny Jangreco. There we go. That one's going to hug the sideline. And Gach will let that one go out. Here comes another opportunity from Jangreco. Gets it in, and Silasic tried to get a hand on that one, or a leg on that one rather, couldn't get that one, it goes out. Here comes a bounce pass. Delran keeping possession. They'll try to get that one past midfield, they do.
No, it's smart. It's smart.
Jack Campo. 2-0 Delran, 34-15 left in regulation. Delran looking to extend their lead, and they almost got it. A shot to the right goes past Luke Rittler.
Hey, boyfriend. Hey. I know. How you doing?
Rittler's going to send this one away. Roscoe's has it again. Cinnaminson and Delran going back and forth with possession. I think they might defer to Trombley here. They do not. Off the chest of Pinto. So Roscoe's going again. Once again with the opportunity for Jangreco. Sliding in, getting aggressive and out of play. With Rukowicz, number 17, heading towards Owen Digney and John Silasic.
Hard hustle, Delran, let's go!
Throw in by Cinnaminson and number 24, Damian Bird. Bird lets it fly, no pun intended, and that's going to be a handball. An inadvertent one at that, and it's going to end up being an opportunity for Delran to strike back. Packed house here at the Den. Free kick by Bears. Tried to get a good angle on that. Set up and just to the right of Luke Rittler.
They are, and they hurt. But I ordered 2 things from
midfield after the send away by Rittler.
Let's go.
Here comes another break. Delran keeps it on the ground, gets blocked by Cinnaminson's number 12, Brett Casey. And the electricity falls silent here at the den after that one. Rittler sends that one past midfield. There's a nice header getting the air on it with McLaughlin, putting everything out on the line. Goes to Digney. Comes a drive by Mike Pappas. Oh, and a liner right to Zach Trombley, who traps it in his chest and keeps it a 2-zip ball game. Trombley lets it fly. It's a bit of a sliding angle to the left. That one's popped up. That one's going to get a lot of reverb. Headed is Selasek, and that's going to go out.
Let's go. We need effort, White. Let's go. Take those shots from wide, boys. Take those long shots. Nice throw,
Here comes a nice throw with a lot of distance. Pirates player goes down, but it's going to set up a good opportunity for Delran, and that's going to be an offsides call. It missed anyway. So very close, but no cigar, and that's going to be, I mean, to the dismay of the Delran crowd, but didn't get in the goal anyway, so you win some, you lose some, but had a great opportunity, though. That one's going to be a chance for Luke Rittler from the goal spot for the Pirates. Sends it away. Off the head, gets knocked down by Pinto. Headed by Bird.
Nice, SJ.
Here comes another opportunity for Pappas. Goes back out to Owen Digney. Seems like Cinnaminson's been getting back in the driver's seat. They've been trying to keep control of the possession in the first half, and now it seems like they've actually gotten some of that possession time back. Because even though Delran only leads by 2, I think they're about 75-25, if not 70-30 or 65-35 when it comes to that possession. It's not really 50-50. Cinnaminson's really been having to play against instead of playing with in this one. Deep outside of the box. Sent away by the goalkeeper. McLaughlin deep in their own territory, and that one goes out to the chain link fence on the far side. Cinnaminson this year 5-3-1. They opened the season with a 2-1 win versus Lindenwald. And again, their first of 3 losses this season were against Delran, a 3-1 loss. They won 3 in a row, all 3 at home versus Holy Cross Prep, Burlington Township, and the Florence Flashes. But in their last 5 games, they are 2-2-1, winning over Florence and Northern Burlington in their last 5, losing 1-0 each to Bordentown and Haddonfield, and most recently tying Kingsway 0-0. Here's an opportunity, break it away. What do they got? It is trapped by Rittler. Dennis Canley, the junior, almost got that one but couldn't hang on. Here comes a chance by Cinnaminson, no good. It's one of the closest shots they've gotten all day. The setup for Owen Digney. Well, Trombley sent it away, and he's going to be back with it right away. Roscoe's getting an opportunity here. Cinnaminson back in possession with Feely. Feely with a two-touch. That's going to run off the header of Roscoe's, and the header goes straight in. That was one of the most satisfying goals you'll see. And that's going to make it a 3-0 Delran lead. With 25:49 left in regulation. That gives Delran a sizable 3-0 lead. Looking good for him tonight. Here we go. It's going to restart. And what's the one that's going to be out of play? Here comes another chance. Oh, the block by The great save by Luke Rittler, going all out, laying straight out as John Greco, Vintage and Greco, tried to get that one home. I think that's the field hockey game going on over there. This is going to be a corner by Delran. Here we go. It's going to be a little bit long. Here comes another shot. Rittler again with a save. Even down 3-0, Rittler does not turn down the intensity. By the way, on our Twitter page, we asked on hashtag DWBasks, today's poll was, during the trade saga for Philadelphia 76ers star James Harden, who do you think is at fault? 85.7% said James Harden, and 12.5% said Daryl Morey and the 76ers organization. There's still 17 hours left if you want to cast your vote. On our poll, we're going to be releasing new polls every single, I wouldn't say every single day, but a couple days a week, depending on what's going on in the sports world. I know it's not related to soccer, but we always like to ask polarizing sports questions to pick your brain a little bit and make you think. What a block by Cinnaminson's Damian Bird. By the way, about 22 minutes left in the second half. This broadcast is brought to you by the Garden State Pet Center, the place to be for all things pet-related, including the healthiest food products available, and also toys, cages, accessories, and more. Visit in person today, 7 days a week, on the 200 block of Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, or visit online anytime at exoticpetsnj.com. And yes, by exotic pets, they do sell lizards, reptiles, small animals. I believe they sell some snakes as well. I've been trying to get a bearded dragon for so long. The Garden State Pet Center might be the place to be to get that one. But thanks to them and Victor Santucci, there we go, for sponsoring our broadcast. Picked up by Rittler. Cinnaminson driving, albeit slowly. That one goes out to number 8. There's a shot. Trombley's going to let that one go out to his left. Going to be sent away by Grello. Grello gets a good foot on it. Headed by Morrell. Now halfway through the second half. Oh, close call again, but gets to Rittler. Gets a good boot on it. Over his head. And goes out with Luis Lopez on the ball in that one. I think this is going to be a goal kick. It will be. Grello out there. Grello and his goalpost. Sends it away. A monstrous kick bounced by Tim Morrell. Gets it down. Delran still in possession. Look at Roscoe. Roscoe is driving again. What does he have to show for it? He's got a goal today. What does he have? Fernandez in the slot right in front. But Rittler has been a warrior even in a deficit. It's a nice shot with backspin, rolling back. And that one is headed to no man's land back there. Sent by number 22, again, Jan McLaughlin. Don't forget, folks, this is our first of 4 soccer games this week. We've got the Hun School of Princeton and Life Center at 4 o'clock tomorrow from the West Hampton Sports Complex. We have Palmyra and Burlington Township on Wednesday, 4 o'clock, and then Deptford versus Cumberland for Thursday afternoon soccer action. Here comes a pop-up, blocked by Grello. Roscoe still driving. Got a play with a great effort though by number 24, Damian Bird, and then along with that, Rafael Fernandez in tow. It's going to be a corner by Delran. Out to the left, still going to stay in play. And a nice leaping save by Luke Rittler. About 16 minutes left in regulation. Hug the line, and it's out. Throw in by Delran. Another throw by the Bears. Another roller to Rittler. Rittler sends it away. Bounce to Noah Huber. Here comes a possibility of getting something done. The 3-0 Delran lead. What do they have? What do they have in the arsenal? What do they got in the tank? That's going to go over Trombley and out of play. Here comes the boot from Grello, sails over midfield. Fighting for possession, being Gavin Rittler. Here comes another opportunity by the Pirates. It is going to bounce off of Trombley, and almost an opportunity for Mike Pappas, but Trombley keeps it home. Popped up. Taken down by Roscoe. Still trying to guard in front of Huber. Trying to force the possession. Rolls right over the ball. And that'll be a foul. On Delran and on Roscoe. Well, this is going to be a great opportunity for Cinnaminson as they've been trying to keep control of the game and prevent it from being a runaway train really all day. Getting the free kick will be John Seelisic. We'll keep it right here. Seelisic straight away got a little bit too much power on it. Maybe the right amount of power, but just not the right angle that he wanted. And with about 12.5 minutes left in regulation, that will set us up here. bring in Trombley. He traps it.
Mikey's got the ball. He's got the ball.
Let's go, Jermaine!
Here comes a good opportunity here for Cinnaminson, leaping, and it's going to go over Trombley into the netting. Coming into the ball game for Delran will be number 25, Eduardo Ambrosio. Jefferson Braga. Roscoe's coming out. And remember, not only is this the team that they've already beat once this year, 3-1, this is the team that they beat to get to the semifinal round of South Jersey Group 2 playoffs last year in a 2-0 victory that brought them to Sterling. Comes an opportunity here. Blocked by Grello. He's going into the trees the other way. Under 10 minutes and a half, and a blow whistle here. Mora. But just to put things in perspective, as Drew Roscoe's has been subbed out, he had 25 goals and 5 assists in 2022, his junior year. Delran, as an entire team, scored 51 goals. So if you take those 30 goals that he's responsible for, the 30 that he either directly or indirectly scored with the goals and assists, and you divide that by the number of goals that Delran scored all year, Drew Roscoe was involved in 59% of Delran's goals last season. 30 goals, or rather 25 goals and 5 assists makes 30. And then 51 total goals scored in the entire season. That includes their entire playoff run. Oh, getting himself tripped up. Gabe Mora there, that's going to give a breakaway for Cinnaminson. Question is, can they get through it? Luis Lopez down there being challenged by McLaughlin, and rather that would be number 20, Brandon Guerra. Look out now, that one is going to just land short of the grandstands. But Cinnaminson down by 3. They've got to turn up the Jets here. Down by 3 with 8.5 minutes left. Oh, sorry, I just realized my clock was about off. It's 8:35 left, with about 30 seconds fast. That one rolls out. But yeah, I mean, that's crazy to think. Drew Roscoe's the New Jersey Player of the Year was responsible for 60%, a little bit under 60% of Delran's goals. That is not just a plurality, that is a majority. And a decisive majority at that, at 60%. Or 59% if you want to be completely specific. Popped up. Gabe Mora goes absolutely flying. No foul called, by the way, either. I don't think that should have been a foul, but that's just me. I might be completely wrong. That one is a bullet that sails over Rittler and out of play onto the Delran baseball field. play by Rittler. Headed by number 2, that being Jermaine Maxwell, as Delran has some of their substitutes in. Comes a liner from Delran, bounced up. Number 25, Jefferson Braga. Mora goes down. Braga wanted a call, goes back out. Excuse me, to Grello. Rolling with it again, trying to get back out. Number 21, Deniz Canley. And that'll be no good. 5:40 left in regulation. Delran leads by a solid 3-0. In their 5 most recent matchups, this would be their 4th shutout in the last 6 games. Again, 2021 beat Cinnaminson 1-0. Actually, I'm sorry, they tied them 1-1 on September 30th, 2022, but beat them 4-0 in the playoffs on October 13th, beat them 2-0 in the playoffs, and then beat them 3-1 in their first matchup this year. Running down the sideline, opportunity here for the Bears. And that will roll out. A couple more substitutions in for Delran and for Cinnaminson. I believe that's number 6, Karai Yasin. And it is Karai in for the Pirates. Don't forget, folks, we continue our Friday Night Lights series on October 6th, 7 o'clock, as we go up north for the St. Joe's Metuchen Falcons and the Edison Eagles on DWB. And then we have 2 South Jersey Group 1 powerhouses on October 7th, 12 p.m. start time, with that being Paulsboro and the Red Raiders versus the Salem Rams. There's another opportunity. Delran sends it out. Moves back to Maxwell. That is high and away and out of play. Or rather, excuse me, for Mateus Pinto. We have a good amount of people watching right now, so just a quick announcement that we will be staying around for the senior ceremony. If you're unable to make it to the field, or if you're watching it from work or wherever you may be watching it from, we will have the senior ceremony aired on DWB right here, and then we'll have our post-game interview, assuming Delran holds on to this one. Don't know who exactly I'm going to pick for player of the game, because I already interviewed Drew Roscos in our first game. That one sent away. So I don't want to hear the same stuff from a guy twice. Look at Maxwell. He gets a shove. And even more outrage that there's no foul, at least on the Delran student side. And there's a Cinnaminson player that's down, causing a lot of outrage. You can see that Cinnaminson player took a chunk of grass out of the ground. Hopefully he is okay. Seems like he's rolling around on his back a little bit. 3 minutes left in regulation. Delran leads 3-0. Athletic trainer Maddie Milosh coming out there. David Kaplan as well. The athletic trainers for Delran. And this isn't one of those injuries where you feel a little bit, you know, like you're walking gingerly and then you stay down until the refs blow the whistle. This isn't that case. That really does look like a serious injury. Cinnaminson. Again, can't tell who that is on the ground, but and what I don't really appreciate, I mean, there's some Delran folks that are like, I don't know if they're cheering on their own players, which I hope they would be. But if they're not, then that's an issue. But that is Luis Lopez out there. Getting assistance from his teammate, Bird, and from Matty Malosh, the athletic trainer. And he's actually being lifted off of the field. So hopefully he is okay.
I can hear it. I'm like, oh my God.
That was really just really doesn't look great for Lopez. Hopefully, I mean, if you can't put weight on either leg, I would imagine, I think he's actually putting weight down on his right leg, but not on his left.
Stay warm.
So really, that is, he's actually going to be put on the golf cart. He is going to be helped into there, or at least given assistance off the field on the sideline by Malosh. So really a shame for Cinnaminson, because that is a great player in Lopez, and you never want to see anybody go down. A quick substitution for the Bears, though. Steven Rukowicz, the senior, coming in, subbing out number 11, Matthias Pinto. And we'll restart the clock. 3 minutes and counting. Cinnaminson would really need to turn up the Jets not to 11, but to maybe 12 or 13 to have a shot in this one. If Delran hangs on the win, they would be 6-4, about halfway through the campaign here in 2023. And Cinnaminson would fall to 5-4-1. Again, basically identical records. You know, it's a matter of who you play. Both of these teams have played the Hunt School of Princeton, and obviously these guys share a lot of similar opponents because they're in the same division in the Burlington County League. They're both in the Liberty Division. So, you know, it is a fair assessment to compare these guys as almost equals, but Delran has had the upper hand in 5 out of the 6 appearances that these guys have faced each other in since 2021, which anything before that, you know, might be good for historical precedence, but not really good for accurate precedence to who is going to be good on that roster. Coming in for a slide is Bird. Delran holds on to the ball. That one's blocked, sent away by Brett Casey. About 100 seconds on the clock. Number 17, Mike Platnecki, he goes down. Wanted a foul, couldn't get it. Definitely, I don't know. Again, I haven't had enough experience either playing soccer or commentating soccer to really give my take on that. But Delran's going to try to run this one out a little bit. I don't think they're going to try to pad the lead with their current guys. They know what they've got. He goes down, and maybe I was wrong. It goes to Luke Rittler on the shot. And getting up is a rather frustrated Jefferson Brega, who's been very vocal in the time that he's been in the ballgame today. 45 seconds on the clock. Cinnaminson will throw this one in, and Delran's going to put this game on ice. Or at least they'll try to. Cinnaminson's going to try to get a last-minute goal. Oh, here we go. Opportunity, it is blocked by Trombley, and that's going to put the game on ice. A standing ovation from the Delran student section. Telling them to start the buses. Again, Delran would improve with now 12 seconds on the clock to 6-4 on the season. Cinnaminson would fall to 5-4-1. Going down one last time. We'll give it a 3, we'll give it a 2, we'll give it a 1, and we'll give it a Happy New Year, and that's the ball game. Delran wins it 3-0. a great ball game where Delran had the driver's seat all day long. They scored in the 15th minute from Dr. Mahalsgonu. They got another one from Drew Roscos, and then another one to extend the lead to 3. Here in the final minute, it's going to be at the 80th. Delran 3, Cinnaminson 0. We still have we still have Senior Day ceremonies coming up shortly. We will be right back after this commercial break for more Delran Soccer Senior Day celebrations, as they'll be celebrating on the sideline after a 3-0 victory. I'm Dan Wilkins. We'll be right back. Well, the game has ended, but it is a 3-0 Delran score over the Cinnaminson Pirates. We are still on the air as we will be covering their Senior Day presentations. A lot of the fans have filed out, but that is where we will be setting up here for coverage of that. So if you're still here, just stay tuned. We are going to wait just a minute or two more as we're waiting for all the parents to get ready, and then we will turn up those mics so you can hear Coach Tommy Orr and everybody else who has to speak, and then we'll be out of here. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to go back in one more commercial break before Senior Day, and we will be right here on the air on DWB. We'll be right back.
You sit on the bench for a minute, Tom? You sit on the bench?
I know, but hey, do you not know Janelle? Do you not know Janelle?
Where's the sound? Oh, he is. Because he's on the No way. Jermaine! Jermaine! I'll be completely honest. I'm gonna be up that spot.
This is my nightgown.
Muito Pascoal só com a cor. Falar que é vestido.
Eu sou challenge.
Eu não. Adulto.
O goleirinho tinha um hoje.
Yeah, I was also just
I was
front, son. You want them to go that way?
Nah, that's fine. I think it's fine.
Doesn't matter to us.
Nah, it's fine right here. Yeah.
All right. You did it last year, right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
I like photography. Thank you. What? I said I like photography. Make sure you get a really good long day.
I will.
Learn your feet. No, you read it. Don't fall backwards. Pull. Bear. Bear pull.
Yeah. That's from Coach. Yeah. You're up, bro.
Nice. What's Christine you did?
She's got one. She's got to put something together.
Pretty.
That's all good.
This is fun.
Oh, where is your juice? Where is it? I don't. Here, let's see if we can find it. Here, over here.
Oh, yeah, snap. Snap out there.
Good. You sit in my lap? Here, sit over here. Take the juice, I'll put it up in there. Oh my goodness. You see?
Mic check. Everybody hear me good? Sounds good. All right, getting underway here for our Delran Boys Soccer Senior Day. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming out to support our program and more importantly to support our seniors, players and managers on their senior day. I'm glad that we were able to take care of business and give you a good show. We'll get a nice 3-0 win against a good program and a rival game against Cinnaminson. The endless support is greatly appreciated. It makes a huge difference in our success and it helps us tremendously in many ways. A huge thank you to our team moms, team managers, and all the other parents and anyone, wait, did I say team managers? Team managers, all their parents, and anyone that was able to help out in any way possible to make this as memorable and special as possible. A lot of preparation goes into today as far as senior signs, Bart's flowers and mums, making posters for the boys, and just making sure everything is top notch. Everything looks beautiful. Thank you. Before we get started, in our senior ceremony, and it won't be too long, I do want to honor our longtime athletic trainer, David Kaplan, and congratulate him on his retirement after this fall. Yeah, clap it up for Kaplan. Next week, we'll mark 22 years of Mr. Kaplan being the head athletic trainer here at DHS. He has been around since I've been a player for the program and brings back a lot of memories. Cap has been a part of 7 out of 10 state championships that this program was able to bring home. 03 and 04, which were my years, 08, 09, 2013, and of course 2021 and 2022, which is pretty amazing. Thank you, Mr. Kaplan, for 22 years of hard work and dedication to Delran Boys Soccer and all DHS programs. Enjoy retirement. All right, so moving on. Our managers, these 4 young ladies do an amazing job supporting our team and our program. They are on point with the stat book. They are fun to be around, and they even bring the boys snacks after each game. We're lucky to have you as part of our program. All right, first is Gianna Croplin with her parents Gina and James Croplin. Second, we have manager Jessica Burkhoff with her parents Jennifer and Robert Burkhoff. Next, we have manager and senior Danielle Wayne and her parents Dina and Robert Wayne. All right, and last of our 4 managers, senior Cassidy Nelson and her parents Beth Ann and Michael Nelson. Thanks, Wilkins. All right, moving on to our senior class. Before I start saying the names of our seniors, which are last and definitely not the least thank you, will be to you guys. Some of you have been in the program all 4 years and with me since I took over in 2021. It's been amazing to see you guys grow as players and into young men. There are also many new seniors to our team who've been a great addition. Most of the time, you guys make my job easy and fun. Most of the time, not all. Our season is just getting started, fellas, so buckle up for the remainder and leave no regrets on the field. First, we have senior Jefferson Braga and his father, Jacinto Braga. Hernandez and his mother. All right, next senior, we have Brandon Guerra and his parents, Dana and Eric Guerra. Next senior, we have Jermaine Maxwell and his parents, Sienna Maxwell. All right, next senior, S.J. Ruckowitz and his mother, Eileen Sullivan. Next senior, we have Vinny Carollo and his parents, Lori Stens and Sal Carollo. All right, moving on to our 4 captains. Our first captain and senior, William Viega and his parents, Cachia Oliveira and Elio Viega. Vega? Sorry, Will. All right, next senior and captain, Gabe Mora and his parents, Leticia Silva and Jose De Mora. All right, moving on. Nick, senior captain, Nick Grello and his parents, Fran and Steve Grello. All right, next but not least, we have senior captain Drew Roskus and his parents, Lauren and Doug Roskus.
Yeah, bro!
this will conclude our Senior Day ceremony. Thank you so much again for the continued support. We plan on keeping moving along and having a successful season as possible. Thank you, thank to the team moms, team managers, everyone involved, making this a great day. Feel free to stick around for some pictures, and everyone have a good night.
Senior soccer players. Everybody stay real quick. Everyone just walk this way and get your hair off.
Brandon, Brandon, turn around with your parents. Maxwell's.
This will conclude our broadcast of Delran and Cinnaminson soccer here on DWB. Stay tuned for tomorrow with two independent ball games, or I should say two independent teams playing each other. It's the Hun School of Princeton, the Hun Pirates versus the Life Center Warriors. From everybody here at DWB, my social media coordinator Anthony DePalma, my graphics crew Gavin Van Rel and Caleb Lane, I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you tomorrow, 4 o'clock, just a different location. We won't be in Delran, we'll be in West Hampton. Have a good one, folks. Hope everybody enjoyed our Senior Day presentation of Delran Boys Soccer. Remember, all the parents that may be watching this stream may have a kid on the field who is celebrating their senior year. So, I wanted to make sure that I stuck around for the Delran program, because they gave me this opportunity to cover a couple games for the program, and it really jump-started the fact that we've been covering a lot of games over South Jersey this year, and it's really been a blessing for us to be able to have this much exposure and opportunity in South Jersey. Again, I'm Dan Wilkins. We'll see you tomorrow. 3:50 is the pregame start for Hun and Life Center. I'll see you, folks.